Oh, we done got ourselves a tattletale who's stuck between a rock and a hard place. And in this review, I have the living legend Larry. I have the Mooch. Y'all know her as Moochella. She stay in them comments.
Hey,
And she getting her YouTube channel together for you guys to follow her as well. We'll be promoting that as she puts her content up there. We are here to embrace you guys tonight with the best damn live review show for Snowfall on the internet. Not just YouTube, on the internet. Because we got people up here that take notes. Damn right. And we're going to entertain y'all. We're going to infotain y'all. And we're going to give it to you raw. Moochie, how you feeling tonight? And look who we got here. We got the best diva on YouTube. It's Nita.
Hey,
we have trouble.
hey.
Good episode.
Oh boy.
Good episode.
Well, it's about to be some smoke in the city. My young folks looked that up. It's about to go down in here. Anita, how you doing?
I'm doing much better than last week. Thanks for all your prayers and well wishes. I'm doing better.
No doubt. No doubt. Larry, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. Just doing my thing, you know. I'm good.
And Mooch, how you got your camouflage on up there? You about to go deep six?
Yeah, I'm going in the trenches because it was crazy. Yesterday was war, so I got my camouflage on, and I'm in the trees taking notes.
I love it.
Oh my goodness. So we got Moochie with the camouflage, Nita sipping out of straws all sexy and shit. Larry up there got on his Africa Wakanda rightful ruler of Wakanda is Killmonger shirt.
I'm glad you said that.
Oh Lord. Let me shout out the people. Dale, my brother, love you. Jackson, love you. Malachi Lee, my people. Stanley Powell, Spill the Tea TV, Key Malik, and everybody else that's watching right now. We've got 40. Everybody hit that thumbs up button. Share our videos because we've got some people on the move on this channel. Let's start this thing out. I'm going to open this up in true Lamont Tyson life game fashion with a video clip that kind of set the tone. Let's take a look at this and then we'll dive into it.
They was feeding them black soldiers LSD like it was candy. Talking about Franklin sings the problem when it's Uncle Sam.
And you know Uncle ain't gonna be happy with the Saint boy or that Chinese lady who done the right.
You think when the state gave you to that foster family and the father did what he did to you, who made sure that motherfucker got what was coming to him? Me. So when I tell you that I'm gonna kill Leon and Franklin for what they did to your baby, and then take their plug and set us up for life, I mean that. And that's some real shit.
Well, let's take a look at what they have done. The baby dies, and they have completely neutered Scully Cuba Gooding Jr. I mean, he doesn't even have any more hope. And they have turned that spotlight on Manboy. And you know what? As him supposed to be in
they turned it on Drew.
Who's Drew?
That's his real name.
Close enough.
Oh, okay. Okay. I missed it. I'm gonna call him Manboy. They turned the spotlight up on him, and you heard in that clip, Khadijah had some hard times going through foster care. He took care of her, and now he's got a plan. He plans to take care of them, take out their connect. But we're going to start this thing from the very top. So I'm coming to you first, Larry.
Okay.
What in the hell? And I do mean what in the hell is going on with your boy getting knocked out in Nicaragua?
Yeah, man, he was I think part of it was he was just basically out of it because he had been hiking into the jungle to go find the people that he was supposedly out there supporting, and I think he was just on the edge. He was probably dehydrated, was using drugs, and just got caught unawares. Plus, he was all emotional too because those are the people he was responsible for. And he didn't come through for him.
No, he sure didn't.
When you have people dependent on you for weapons and stuff to stay alive, you can't give excuses like, well, I was robbed, the bank people didn't transfer the money wrong. All the other those all excuses don't matter because you people are dead now. So
damn right. Damn right. You know, when you're talking about life and death, nobody want to hear you ain't got my weapons. Nobody want to hear that.
Yeah.
I mean, who brings a knife to a gunfight? Having said that, Moochie, it's on you. You got the camouflage on. Why you ain't taking some damn guns?
He was too busy rubbing the cocoa in his mouth and stuff. Did you see when he did that? I was like, he was out of control with it.
Look, like Larry said, he was in pain. I mean, the weight of the world was on his shoulders, so he needed something to alleviate himself.
He needs to get focused.
Right.
Well,
I think he is now.
I hope so.
okay.
I think that seeing all that put him on the straight and narrow. I think he's ready to get it cracking. I think we're going to see a different type of Teddy. That's going to be probably that cold, focused, ruthless dude that he was, that got him in the position that he's currently in. You know, because they don't. I can't imagine CIA just lets anybody run operations like this.
Nah, Nita, what'd you think about the opening scene? Teddy coking up, getting knocked out, didn't come through for this village in Nicaragua. Thoughts?
He got caught slipping. He got caught slipping, and then it had to be a woman at that. That's what I liked about it.
Look at you had to interject your feminism, talking about that was a woman. I liked it. You know what I'm saying? I see women and I like them too. Is that feminist of me to say? Talking about it was a woman and I liked it. Lord have mercy.
I really need him to tighten up. If he's going to get this thing back on right, he has to tighten up. So we understand that you're going through a loss with your brother.
Yeah.
The way your father came at you just sideways. That definitely can't put people in the right headspace, but he gotta realize that he is in a different type of, like, we don't take sick days when we do, what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
no. When you are a warlord, ain't no such thing as a sick day. And I do believe he's tightened up. We're gonna get there, but before we get there, I'm gonna show y'all this. This is an example of him tightening his ass up. He tightening up. Them butt cheeks is clenching for real. Now you ain't even got nothing to worry about. All right, Moochie, the spotlight is yours. Coming to the stage for the first one. This clip right here, Moochie. This is in the barbershop. They discussing what Manboy's plan is gonna be. He's gonna get the connect. He's gonna make the money. They in here trying to tell this brother he thinking too big. They trying to bust his dream. Then he hit them with the speech of all speeches. Moochie, break down that scene.
Okay, with this, remember they all was discussing the news article too. I wanted to know if they was gonna actually read the paper. They discussed the news article. They all put their heads together and figure out what Franklin is and who's Franklin getting it from. And I believe Manboy did have an idea about it, but now he knows for sure.
See, ladies and gentlemen, you don't get this type of factual analysis on nobody else's channel. And when Moochie get her own channel going, I might be disgusted because she might try to take off and forget us little folks. Nita,
I'm gonna need y'all to. I want this panel to come to my channel too.
Oh yeah, we coming. Nita, what was you thinking when you saw this roundtable discussion? They done figured out the plug. They done figured out it's Franklin. Manboy about to make his play.
It's showing that he got a little something there, and that's what Louie kept saying, that he has a little bit more brains than people give him credit for. So I'm saying that don't underestimate him, but he definitely got a little bit more. He got a little bit more coming to the table.
Yeah. So Larry, I'm going last with you because from day one, you have been saying Manboy is the force to be reckoned with. You said F. Scully. You said he was too wild, he was too coked out. So I got to give you your credit. You said Manboy was the brains and he had the brawn. Thoughts on this conversation?
Well, the first thing I was thinking when I saw him in there with that old English 800 and cigarette smoke and that bottle of liquor that's almost done, I was like, I bet you it stinks in there. Like, it just looks like this smells bad. But I honestly, when I was looking in there, I was just thinking, I was like, Manboy just checked the hell out of Khadijah on that scene, you know?
Yeah.
He was just like, look, I've been letting you get away talking loose and reckless because I understand you're mourning, but he was like, you need not forget who I am, you know? And it was sort of like, you know, Scully's just sort of sitting over there, sort of just feeling displaced or something, you know? He's just sort of like, okay, well, let me just go ahead and let you guys do this and I'll be along for the ride, you know? But I mean, we knew that Manboy was the one, you know, between all of them, we knew he was the one that was sort of the brains between them all. And we knew that, you know, that Manboy wanted the plug and is trying to do his own thing. So we knew he was dangerous. He still is. And the problem is with all that's happening with, you know, with Scully and Khadijah and all the gang stuff and the shootings, I'm not sure that even if he finds Reed is going to want to work with him, you know?
Yeah,
because he's going to be like, you're too reckless. Things are too hot on you. I know Franklin. Franklin is level-headed. He's calculated. And I just don't think he would mess with Manboy, even if Manboy got to him.
Well, at the end of the episode, Reed told Franklin, don't trust nobody because he don't either. So nobody's taking that spot. Nobody's taking that spot. That's a wrap. All right, my people. Here we go. Nita, you on the clock now.
All right.
After that, we get to this. Everybody is mad as hell at Franklin at first because they want to know, how did you not know that your dad was running around fraternizing with a reporter? Everybody's throwing their bag of despair on Franklin, and Franklin had to step up and finally beat his chest, like, look, ain't I done took care of y'all asses? When things break down, I come up with the plan. Nita, break down Franklin, give him a good speech on his own.
Right. That speech was everything. I said when the director got that, he probably was like, cut and scene. He got it because he was so like, he tweeted that yesterday, said heavy is the head and who wears the crown. You know, the people who are at the top, they gotta hold it down. And you know, I love that tongue lashing he gave them. I mean, he gave it to him. And you know, I think he was rightfully in the right, because at the end of the day, like Jerome, I'm not liking how he moving. I don't like the way he talking. Like I'm not liking that. They don't want to listen to Louie, and I keep saying that what they keep doing are amateur moves, and they're doing things that's kind of like. But I'm like, this is early in the drug game, so maybe, you know, they got to learn as they go or whatever. But some of the mistakes they're making is just like glaring mistakes. But that speech was everything, baby. I was like, when I remember how I be screaming at my son sometimes, and you get that, you can barely get that, that last little piece of your voice come scratchy, and it was a mess. But they deserved it. They deserved it.
Okay. Larry, coming your way.
Yeah, man. I was like, there was something that Jerome said, or something that was said, that made me feel like they were questioning his loyalty towards him or something. And I was thinking, I was like, this dude, you're questioning this dude's loyalty, and you're talking about a guy who literally could have given up his boy, who's literally sitting right next to you. He could have given him up and would have had no beef. His business, everything would have been flowing smoothly right now, except for the fact he was like, I'm not giving him up. He's my man's in them. And so I'm thinking, like, when you see that the extent to which he's willing to go to protect his people, you can't question him at that point. Not about loyalty, you know? So, I mean, he might be able to question, you might be able to, you know, if you're outside that circle, but I mean, if you're Leon, Jerome, Louie, Peaches, if you're in that room, Leon's got your back. That's just what it is. So, you know, okay. I understand Jerome's upset, you know, and feeling some sort of way, you know, but I just part of me feels like part of me just feels like the way he's acting is just so emotional and reckless. He needs to keep his head level and you know, but some people don't move like that. Some people are emotional.
Mooch.
All right. You know that saying that Kevin Hart says, "Say it with your chest."
Mm-hmm.
That's what Franklin did.
Yeah.
He said it with this. He said, "I protected y'all all this time, and I'm not gonna stop protecting you." So he's letting them know he's still trying to keep everything safe, but just listen to me and let me do what I have to do. Even though he didn't even speak to Teddy yet, he still wants to make sure he keeps them at bay.
Mm-hmm.
But Jerome, he's too emotional right now.
Mm-hmm.
Too emotional right now, and even Louie was kind of questioning something, and she should have followed her gut, I don't want to go too far ahead.
Okay.
But she said it there when they talked about going to the funeral, like that's the worst place to be.
Right.
And she should have followed her gut. And she was very reluctant because she showed up late. I mean, I shouldn't have went ahead, but you know.
Second time That's the second time they haven't listened to her this season.
Exactly. And she, to me, out of all of them, she knows the game.
Exactly.
She's known the game from the beginning.
Okay. Well, all I got to say in regards to Franklin was, y'all know I've been riding him hard about I want him to get a little bit more bass in his voice, poke his chest out. Well, I'm finally satisfied with him because this was the perfect time he needed to stand up for himself. Not only did he stand up for himself, but he wanted them to know that he's still going to take the fall and protect them.
Right.
Yeah.
And with all the bricks falling on him, he's still telling y'all, I'm going to not only am I going to protect y'all, I'm going to get in front of the bullet for y'all. Dang. Yeah. Boy. All right, Mooch, you on the clock, my sweet pie. Here we go. Here we go. Lord have mercy. This damn Irene, they in there popping bottles. They done got the story of the decade. They thinking they about to take on the CIA. And then she gets a phone call from Franklin Saint. Moochie, run with this scene.
Okay, they celebrating. She's getting her accolades in the office. They bigging her up. And that was smart for Franklin to call. So now you giving her bait. I guess you know she's open because she wants to get this story.
Right.
So now she feels like she's gonna get him to talk.
Okay.
So
I can get with that.
I was thinking that she was gonna get knocked off though at first.
that early in the episode?
Look, because that's how much I want her. Like I just want her to go away with her.
No,
I know it's not gonna happen, but I was like, maybe he's gonna knock her off.
No, we need Irene's dynamic in the story, and I'm sure that they're about to satisfy y'all with all the torturing. Oh, we about to get there. Let me slow my horse down. Nia, you take this one and run with it.
Well, yeah, the whole scene like that young guy, that his first rodeo with a hot story, and you know he's like pumped and celebrating it. But you see that guy at the table, he was like, he was like, yeah, I definitely. Oh, wait a minute. Are we going to talk about the call that she received from Mr. X?
Of course.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah,
that's it right there.
That's the clip right there. So yeah. So I was surprised that I guess she kind of knew, because if she was talking to Alton who he was, it wasn't like, but she was trying to protect him at the same time. But anyway, so yeah, I enjoyed the scene. Things to come. They may play her like a soybean burger. Maybe episode 10. The last episode, like they did Professor Jabari.
Ew, a soybean burger. You invested in Beyond Meat or something? Ew, Larry, take this. I like real steak. I'm a meat and potatoes man. You know what I'm saying? I play drums on my chest. I don't want no soybean. But Larry, take this thing, man. Lord have mercy.
The little dude that kept coming in and with the champagne and all.
Oh my God, this was funny.
Yeah.
Neither he was happy as hell, man. He's just like, oh, we the SHI. He was happy, man. And
he's like, you ready to crack this?
Right.
Yeah.
It's all you, Larry.
Did you get a bonus too?
I mean, it was a cool scene. It wasn't surprising that Franklin reached out to her. I mean, he started off the whole thing about it's interesting. You only got one side of the story, and and I think that whole thing about going over there with sort of threatening her like that. It's because when she said too, it's not. When he told Reed that empty threats aren't going to cut it. Reed figured, okay, we need to do something. And she should have known better. She should have known, okay, I'm messing with the CIA. And if they decide they want to come for me, there's really nothing that I could do. There's nowhere that I can hide. Maybe she can go to Cuba or something like you go hang out with Alton, but that's about it. There's really nowhere else that she can go and hide from them because they're going to get to her. And I mean, there's not going to be any repercussions for them. So
nope.
I mean, it's just sort of one of those things. Like if you're going to do this and you're going to blow it up, it's sort of a suicide mission. So either you have to be all in and be willing to go ahead and just take the fall when it's done, or you just have to go ahead and lay off and just sacrifice your, compromise your integrity. And I'm not even sure I want to say that because, I mean, if you're talking about compromising your integrity, it's not really so much that, because when you're talking about sacrificing your life for a story, it's not like you're sacrificing your life for somebody else. It's not like you're saying, okay, if I don't say something, there's going to be a bunch of people that die, even though they will die because of the drugs. But it's not like if you say something, the story breaks, the drugs are not going to keep coming. So she was in a tough predicament. I think the way that they did it was, I mean, I would be absolutely horrified and terrified the way they did her, but I would be pissed off too. I can see why she probably wouldn't want to back down at that point, because not only did you terrify her, but you didn't piss her off,
Well, we'll see. The only problem is pissing her off doesn't affect anyone because everybody else got bigger guns than her. That's the problem. And
that is a problem for her.
And the CIA, the government is known for covering stuff up that they don't want to be discovered. Prime example is the death of Jeffrey Epstein, because he had dirt on everybody, Democrat, Republican. He had dirt on everybody, and everybody wanted him to die so he wouldn't talk. Similar situation right here with this. The CIA is in bed. They in bed with Franklin, and they don't want this to get out. So she's an easy scapegoat. But Larry, they're going to take a twist with this. Teddy, something's going to happen. I can't wait to see what happened. But we'll see. As a matter of fact, we're not even done with this subject yet. We'll be coming back to it in a few minutes because there's more to it.
Well, we know that. Go ahead, Anita.
Oh, I was just about to say, what about the veiled threat that Franklin threw her husband and her daughter in that conversation? What do you think about that? Was that more on like, I'm trying to warn you for me, or I'm trying to warn you for them? He said it was for them, but the fact that he did his homework and all that stuff, that he knew the family and all that stuff, I wonder, because the thing is that he hadn't heard from Teddy at that point. So he was kind of like ass out, like, I got to try, like, protect myself. So I see he did his research, and then he kind of like almost threatened him. I felt like he threatened him.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what Nita is talking about is this scene right here. She done jumped on her horse, jumped over the river, and went fast forward. No, Nita's talking about this.
Oh, okay, but we're not there yet, though, right?
No, we there now. See, I mean, she done popped the cherry, Mooch. We might as well go ahead and start sipping. She done popped that same bottle she just got finished picking on Homeboy for having. So
the wine took Nita there.
We're right here. So Nita, this is what I'm gonna say to you. What Franklin did was it was a two-part saving. Yes, he's trying to save his ass, but he is telling her the real truth. The government is going to cover their ass with this story because of how deeply they embed. You transferring drugs, you transferring weapons. Do you really think they want this story to get out? And even though she didn't put his name in the paper, I mean, it ain't hell. I mean, a dead clock is wrong twice a day. Anybody can. The dudes in the barbershop put that shit together.
Exactly. Just
So-
because of the father.
Right. So at the end of the day, Franklin was covering his ass and trying to help her too, because unfortunately, what helps him is going to help her. Shut your ass up, get rid of this paper. So, Moochie, I'll swing it back to you. Thoughts on this scene and this little exchange between these two?
He had to feel her out to see if she would crack under pressure. When he let her, he didn't. I wouldn't say he threatened her. It's like I've been through your pocketbook. I know where you live. I know where your people live. I know a lot. I know more than you think I know about you.
Mm-hmm.
He figured if he mentioned that, she would back off. But nah, she's not budging at this point.
Of course not.
She came in with her tape recorder and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, because this is the story of a lifetime. Her blinders is on. She's not thinking about the danger, or she don't give a damn about the danger. She's basically estranged from her family other than her baby daddy. And she ain't got no contact with her daughter. So she's just kind of as me against the world. So Larry, get in on this subject. Your thought on this exchange right here.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was interesting. I think he was just feeling her out too. I think he wanted to see who she was, what she was, and he got a feeling for her. He realized that she's tough. She's, like he said when he talked to Reed, she's tough. She's not going to be one that falls to empty threats. You know, that it's going to take something for real to scare her. And I think that's why they went and went into her home. But I think it's I don't know. This one's tough, man, because I feel for her. I like her character, but we kind of know we always know what's gonna happen. Anytime you mess with the CIA, you know what's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. I mean, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna get killed there. I mean, you're disposable. The CIA, I imagine if they need to, they'll get rid of their own agents if it comes between the mission.
What? You're damn right. And Larry, she has no power. She's not rich. She's not the head of the newspaper. She is expendable. Simple and plain.
Well, that's part of the problem is right before that last scene that you show where Franklin had called her, she was in the office talking to the publisher, the editor of the paper, and all of a sudden it was like she was talking to the editor, then the publishers showed up, then their counsel, their general counsel, and the CIA, or not the CIA, the Pentagon, and somebody else showed up. So it was like these heavy hitters rolled through, and they were like, "Let's go upstairs and have the men talk," because that's basically what they did. They just left her in the editor's office.
Hold up, man. That's not the same scene. That's not the same scene.
That was beforehand. That was before, wasn't it?
No, it's after. We're going to get to that in a minute. Because I know Nita got a whole lot to say about that.
Look, y'all two got on track shoes. Nita and
I'm telling you,
got on their track shoes. They run into the next scene.
Right. I mean, they like Tariq.
I know you running around just like Tariq.
Give us them Reeboks.
But what's interesting was that she was it was really interesting that in that scene that how observant Franklin is about stuff, because when she he was up there drinking water and she ordered that Jameson neat double neat, and then he watched her gulp down like half of it, and he said, "Oh, I see what you and my father have in common."
Yeah,
recognize
exactly.
So maybe what they could wind up doing is sending them two off together. We'll see. Angelique Glenn.
She's not going off with Alton. She's gonna die.
Angelique Glenn, we appreciate you, man. When y'all super chat this channel, you allow me to continue to network with my subscribers. with other young up-and-coming YouTubers that are trying to build great channels and give you guys great information. I appreciate you allowing me to do that, to give back a little bit. It helps. All right, Moochie, it's your turn. We swinging this ball to you. We've been predicted this. Everybody on this panel has said that these two was in cahoots. We just didn't know how. And we figured it out.
I said it last week. Last week I got my confirmation with the system. And I put that out there on last week's live. So I was right. So kudos to me.
Oh, yeah. Hey, look, you get your kudos. You get your kudos. And because I do remember that, that's why I'm giving the ball to you first. Take your victory lap. Talk about this scene.
Now, when he came in, he's desperate at this point because now it's in the paper. So he really wants to get this connect right now. Because he calls it the plug. The plug, that word wasn't out for years later. He wants to connect. I'm going back with the 80, 89 words. He wants to connect. And he's desperate at this point. So he's basically putting her feet to the fire.
Just because you New York folks didn't have the word plug doesn't mean us Californians weren't using it.
I don't know. I'm just saying, look. Look, when we do 50 show, when that comes out, when we do that, I'm gonna have all the lingo ready for y'all. That's what I'm saying.
You talking about the Black Mafia family, that one, or you
no,
talking about
not that one. Well, we doing that too, but I'm talking about
the next power book,
because that's supposed to come out this summer.
Yeah, I mean, but ladies and gentlemen,
that's a sidebar though, you know.
Before I pass this down to Nita, let me just tell y'all what you can look forward to from this crew right here. Godfather of Harlem, this month we starting. Next month, The Shy. And of course, we're still doing our Marvel stuff too. We're going to be doing that. And we're going to start back mixing in the politics because I'm feeling a civil war about to go on. They let that damn boy off the hook in Minnesota. And some things happened in North Carolina that we will get into later. So stay tuned to this channel, man. We're going to set this world ablaze this year. We're going to grow, all of us together. So Nita, he done got up in nasty Tattletale Tanosse house. I wouldn't want to touch that with Larry's penis. And then he shoots.
Why you got to bring mine up in it?
Hey, man. Because he could have shot somebody through the wall. He could have shot
a desperate fool at the end of their roast do not care.
That type of recklessness right there, that's why I think Reed would never work with him.
You know what, Larry? I don't even think it would get to that point. Reed don't know him. Even if how is he going to run up on Reed anyway? What's he going to say? He going to say, Reed, look, I know you Franklin plug. And you know, I got dirt on you, N-word, and when Reed's really white. And so if you don't listen to me and let me become your plug, I'm gonna snitch you out. Huh?
Yeah. I mean,
how does that work?
If he runs up on him and tells him, I know who you are.
Just like Franklin.
I mean, because let's be real, it wasn't like Reed came out and was all open and honest saying, oh yeah, I work for the CIA and I need your help. It was like he presented himself like he was a normal drug dealer. And he was just a connect for Franklin. Franklin was the one that figured it out, you know?
See, y'all got joked. Talking about Manboy turned into Picasso. Yeah, boy, I ain't fooling with y'all tonight, man. Larry, I'm getting ready to come your way, my brother. We've got another one of these scenes where we start really figuring out what the hell is going on with Reed. So they introduced this young lady right here who I enjoyed when she was on screen, even though I had to read a whole lot, which I'm fine. I learned how to read in first grade. And she broke this thing down for us. She was just basically like this, man, look. It's because of you, Reed, and what you done that has caused us to have the issues we're having right now. And Larry, break this scene down for the people that don't understand exactly what was going on in Nicaragua.
Yeah, well, you know, this was one of those Sandinista camps that were out. It was out in the jungle, and they were supposed to get their weapons so that they can defend themselves, and they didn't. So when the government troops came for them, they were out there on their own, just unable to defend themselves, and they got taken out.
Yeah, man, it was rough, man.
I mean, the thing that I liked about this scene was something I like Reed in general. I don't like what he's doing in the community, but I like him as an individual because he seems really pretty much like a straight shooter, and he knows the stuff that he's doing is wrong, but he does it because he feels like he's doing it for the country. But he still seems to be a straight shooter, even if he's a bad dude. And even in this moment, I like that because she was telling him, "This is your fault. You went and we didn't hear from you from 3 months. You didn't deliver the weapons you were supposed to deliver, and now all these people are dead." And he basically just acknowledged it. He acknowledged that she was right and said he was sorry and wept about it. He didn't try and make some excuses and say, "Oh, somebody, this person that is former Mossad agent that was supposed to be getting my gun stole my money," or maybe he didn't steal it, so we had to fly to some country and find out what bankers stole. He didn't give all the BS excuses that this woman didn't care about, because she was like, "All I know is my people are dead, and they're dead because you didn't keep the promise that you were supposed to keep." And Reed owned it. And I think that's one of those reasons why when Reed is up there and he's so pissed off with Franklin about stuff like, no, there are real lives on the line here. You don't get to have your best friend protected. You don't get to have these other people protected at the cost of other people's lives, And so, including his own brothers, So I get why this is just another example of why Reed is about to just go straight ham and get ruthless and really just be like, you're going to be on my program. None of this, I wouldn't be surprised if he starts dictating a little bit more of how Franklin needs to run his organization. Cause I think some of this stuff, he's like, it's getting out of hand. You need to get it under control.
Exactly. I'm with you. Nita, thoughts on this scene with Teddy and this young lady who was just just devastated.
Yeah, she was hurt. I was like, damn. I'm glad he kind of gave her some money, but at the end of the day, do you think that is really going to work? I mean, maybe. I don't know, maybe. But I don't know the living conditions down there and how easy it is to move and stuff like that. But the fact that their whole village, well, not village, or whatever, the shop that they were doing, got slaughtered like that. I was just like, oh. But yeah, somebody in the comments said, should we feel sorry for Teddy? And I don't think so. I don't feel sorry for him just because of what he is doing and what he stands for. And yeah, no, I can never get with that. And I do feel sorry for his circumstances and stuff, like whatever he's going through, because I know that takes an effect. Like, I know the human person and I know how that, how that works. But at the end of the day, I don't feel sorry for Teddy at all. And I mean, the money that he gave to her, that's the least he could have did. But all those dead bodies, oh my God. I didn't even know that was the government troops that did that until Larry just said that. I didn't know that. I didn't know what happened. I just knew they were dead.
Well, see, that's why we bring you guys value when we break down these trailers. Because when you have a panel like this, everybody gets to see something that someone might have missed. And you get to intervene and help people better understand what was going on in the story. And then you have that WandaVision moment on episode 4 when it all comes together. You see, it comes together. You get the last word on this one, Moochie. And yes, he gave her that money. And I would love to know how many stacks of money was in there. What do you think that was?
He said the second time that happened where they got attacked like that.
Yeah.
The first time they was able to fight them off because they had the weapons. But some people did get hurt. And this time, because the whole mishap happened with the money and the weapons, which I think Avi is behind. Let's not forget that. I really think Avi stole that money. So I know that's kind of what you say. I think
the only reason why I don't think Avi stole the money is because it doesn't make any sense for him to have stole the money, because he knows that Reed would. I mean, he wants to continue to do business with Reed, and if Reed feels like he can't do business with you because either one, you stole from him, or two, you're dealing with people that are gonna steal from you, then he's gonna be like, I'm gonna find a new connect for my guns, you know. Because it doesn't matter why the guns didn't turn up. All that matters is the guns didn't turn up. And if that means if Avi can't deliver because someone stole from him, or because
I got people agreeing with me in the chat. I got people agreeing with me in the chat. He stole the money. He stole from Franklin. You don't remember that? He tried to steal from Franklin. Let me take that back. He tried to steal from Franklin, but Franklin was 2 steps ahead of him.
Right.
He stole that money.
Yeah. We got it.
He stole that money. The question is he going to get exposed now or later on?
So Moochie, you think Avi is in cahoots with that government chick that we saw last episode?
Yeah, if you go back and watch that episode, the way she's looking at him, it's like he basically told her what to say, and he's still hanging on to her every word, like, make sure you say it just like how I told you. He's not saying it, but it's the look that he gives her.
Damn. Wow. All right, people. Here we go to the next subject. This was gratifying for me because y'all know I rocks with my boy Gustavo.
I like that dude too, man.
I rocks with my boy Gustavo. He didn't even utter one line of dialect in this episode, but what he did had so much gravity. And before we move on, we've got 205 people watching us right now. Can we get 205 likes, 205 shares, and can we get 205 subscriptions to Nita's channel, Larry's channel, and soon to be Moochie's channel? Please do that for us, people. We appreciate y'all. Thank you for coming. All right, Nita, you're going to get this one first. So we have this scene with my boy Gustavo. He's reading the paper because this thing done got published now. He's talking about it. Then old CIA punk ass come in here, who we obviously know knows exactly what the hell is going on with Teddy. That's not even a secret no more. And Gustavo ain't even say nothing to him. He's talking to him. Then I think he almost went racial on Gustavo. And then you know what Gustavo did? Gustavo ain't even look at him, didn't say nothing. Gustavo just pulled out that 6-shooter and said, "Look, bro,
I love it.
I'm gonna point this at one of the balls you got. Now, unless you want to leave out of here with just one, I suggest you keep on stepping." And he left. Nita, you get first crack at this scene. Thoughts, feelings, how did it make you feel?
I love this scene. This scene was so good. I was just talking to my friend about it. And I was saying that when he turned that gun, I love it. He did 2 fucks about it. Like, he didn't even give him his attention. He was in that thing like, I can see you in my peripheral. It was so funny to me. And then he was like, you ain't got the key.
Exactly.
He was like, you ain't got the key. That means you ain't supposed to be in there, right?
Right.
Like, yes, Gustavo. Like, that's Gustavo that I love. Like, you know, when real life things happen to these people feel it. You can see, and I love that they have the nuance in the writing room where they show that people are going through the things that they're going through. Like with Teddy, he's suffering from the loss of his son, his brother, and then he is suffering with the loss of his family and whatever all happened there. And they let them feel that, and they let them make them bad choices and things, because that's real life. That's real life. Everything is not going to be perfect. Everybody not going to be on the top of the roof being snipers and doing the right things. Like, people act out of emotion. And I know that just firsthand. Just look, I wasn't here last week. I know it firsthand. So that's what I'm saying. I just love the nuance that they write into the show to have these clip up moments and people making wrong choices and having to redeem themselves. But yes, Gustavo is savage. That I love it. I love that. Not my favorite scene, but one of the top 3. Yeah.
Moochie, if you talking to a Hispanic American and he basically cold shouldering you and he points a gun at your privates, what you gonna do?
Look, I'm gonna listen to what he's saying. Stand in.
Okay.
Yeah, all right, bro, you got it. No, but he was busy reading his article. You know, he got the facts last week about Lucia. So he trying to, he already know. He said, I'm just gonna lay low because I know Teddy looking for her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So and now that this article done popped off, he's like, he basically, look, I got it in the bag right now. I'm in charge.
Damn right. Larry, you get the last crack at this apple.
Yeah, man, I love this scene. I thought it was just great. It was just so cold and just pointed that he just said nothing. He just cocked it back when dude kept trying to flex a little bit. He just cocked that gun, that hammer back, was like, don't think I won't. You know?
And when we know he will.
Right. And it was just fantastic. And then I don't know if we're going right to the next scene, so I won't say anything else, but you know, it was that scene was just nice. And you could just see he didn't even lift his head up. He was just like, whatever, man. You are it was like him just saying, you are nothing to me. You are nothing more than a fly buzzing around me. And if you don't stop, I will swat you. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Let me shout out the people, Larry, because they liking this conversation. But what we want to say is we enjoy y'all's conversation. We enjoy when y'all engage with us. We enjoy when y'all give us different shows and topics to cover. And we're very thankful that you engage us so that we can get you in the discussion and keep bringing you guys entertainment and information all on one channel that networks with everyone to make this thing a great experience. Okay, I'm going to give this one to Nita right now. Nita, this is a softball for you. This is a softball scene. It ain't a whole lot of breaking down. It's just, what was you feeling? Oh, boy. He walks up in there. Obviously, he loves this woman. He really does. And he asked her to escape to Havana, Cuba with him. He done got everything lined up. He got the passports. He got the flight. He got everything. She was mad with him at first, but she paused as if she might have been thinking about it. He walks out saying, you can find me at my shelter. Nita, thoughts, feelings. Where you going with this one?
Well, you know, I love this scene because you realize that we didn't talk about that episode, did we? I mean, that scene where the dude, the politician dude
gives the money back.
We ain't got there yet. We ain't got there yet.
It didn't happen yet. It didn't happen yet.
It ain't happened yet.
Look, according to my notes. Okay. I didn't check my notes. I was looking at the notes. We didn't get there yet, though.
When I'm rethinking about the episode, when I get to this episode, when she said, I'm tired of being a wife and a mother, I felt that in my spirit. So, you know, when a woman gets to that point, because, you know, most women make their identities about their husbands, their children, and all of that stuff. So when you get to that point, so I thought at that point she had lost the deal, but she didn't lose it yet, right?
No, at that point,
not yet. I think she had a feeling it was coming, though.
At that point, Moochie, what she's talking about right now, when she made that speech about she was tired of being a mom, wife, and all, she was talking to Franklin at the end of the episode when he wanted to know where she was going to go. So Nita done jumped all the way to about the damn.
Nita got on her tracksuit. She don't know walking today, and
I just came from running.
I know.
So we
running all around the track, girl.
We might as well break down the whole sequence with the mama since Nita done took us there. So yes, the mama said that she was talking to Franklin there, but within all the mayhem, within all the melee, Black brother done said, I don't want your money. Take this. I don't want your funds. and the mama's dealing with Papa out and wanting to go out of town. Moochie, I'm coming to you now. Thoughts on the whole situation with Franklin's mother?
She does. She still is involved with her child. She do not want to leave her child.
Yeah.
She love Alton too, but she not gonna leave her boy.
Even
with what I'm looking at this through my eyes, and like, cause I got a kid about, he's a kid about that age, so I would be like, nah, he still need my help. I'm not gonna leave. I'm not gonna help him out of this, but I'm not gonna leave. So I don't know. I'm just looking at it like that. She's like that, but she's still kind of like, I don't want to be a part of this because this is getting crazy. And now y'all messing up my stuff.
Okay.
Because she really thought at this point, since we taking everything in one, that she was gonna be out of this once they made that deal with the church. So now this is messing up everything when he went to the paper. So she's already mad at him because she was like, you want to talk now? You had a chance to talk to me. You went to talk to the reporter. That's when she said that. You had a chance to talk to me, but you didn't want to talk to me. You wanted to talk to the reporter.
Larry, what's the next step for Sissy?
I think we missed the super chat, man.
Oh, we did. Oh, Lord. Who super chatted? Who super?
Laney.
Oh, Laney. Laney Womack. Ain't she sweet?
Thank you, Laney.
Thank you, Laney. Larry's nemesis keep coming through, showing nothing but love. Oh, Laney, you're just a big sweetie pie, and we appreciate you on this channel. Again, I'm going to keep saying the same speech so that y'all get it right. When subscribers approach me, when little YouTubers approach me, when big YouTubers approach me, these super chats give me time to help these people network, help introduce them to you guys, my audience, and also let me help you, my subscribers, in your endeavors as well. So I'm grateful. Thank you. Larry, talk about Sissy. Where's she going? What's she going to do? She's a little torn between Franklin and Alton. She definitely ain't going with Alton. She basically done told Franklin in this clip right here, because Nita got on her reek box. She done basically told Franklin she just need a break, Larry. So what's she gonna do? What is she gonna do?
See, here's the thing. I think that this scene was definitely, it was about Sissy, but I think it was also just as much about Franklin. And I think in this moment, what they're both having to come to terms with is that they can no longer sit around and try and pretend that they are something that they're not. They can't sit around and try and pretend, oh, I'm a real estate developer, or I'm just a businessman or a woman. I think in this moment, they have to put all that aside and say, okay, no, we're just drug dealers. We're simply criminals. That's it. That is the job title. And we can't try and pretend we're something else, because no one else wants to deal with us. People are handing us our money back, and people don't want to deal with us. And there's nothing left for us to do except the business that we're truly in, which is selling drugs. So I think that it is a coming to terms moment for both of them, and it's just a matter of how they're going to come to terms with it. It's like, is Sissy going to decide, okay, well, let me go ahead and leave, because we were supposed to be under this plan that we were going to do this for a particular amount of time and get things set up, and then we were going to be out. But now that she realizes that there is no getting out of, and there's no getting out of it and going into being legit. It's either you're fully a criminal or you just get out of the game altogether, because there is no being legit the way that they want to and had planned to. So we'll have to see. I mean, I think Alton's going to leave. He's going to be out. He's going to go to Cuba probably, unless someone catches up with him first. But Sissy, I don't know. I hope she goes. I hope she goes with him. But I because I don't think she's going to leave her son. I think she's going to come to the terms of that she's just a gangster. She's a criminal like anyone else, and she's going to embrace it.
Really.
Renee McNeil, very grateful. You're helping contribute to allow me to network with YouTubers, network with my subscribers, build my channel, help others build their networks, and bring interesting people in here to give y'all information and entertain you. I'm greatly appreciative of all the super chats. And follow what Lainey Womack said. She said, everybody like and super chat, because there's 210 of y'all in here right now. So, you know, we take quarters. I don't know if YouTube gonna let you do quarters, but we definitely take quarters. If you want to bring me a wheelbarrow full of quarters, I ain't gonna tell you to take it back. I'm gonna say put it in the garage. Let's go. All right, here we go. Now that we through with her, let's talk about this. This was another scene that I got a lot of gratification from. So Mooch, I'm coming to you with this. This was when the old CIA boy came back with some heavy hitters. He was like, I can't deal with this Hispanic brother by myself. I'm coming back with some heavy hitters. So he comes back with these two other dudes that look like stiff insurrectionists. Damn it, I'm gonna just say it. And they go looking around. They go upstairs. Then when he opened the safe, the look on his face is priceless. Moochie,
I was so glad Gustavo cleaned everything out.
Everything.
He's smart. He saw what was going on in the paper. Then this guy comes here, and he really wanted to get up in that office to see what was going on. And Gustavo cleaned out and got out of Dodge.
All right, Larry, this one goes to you, my brother. How did you feel on this scene?
You know, I think the most important thing that we learned in this scene is that Teddy trusts Gustavo more than his own people.
Right.
You know, because Gustavo had the keys to that place. He had the combination to the safe. He had access to all of that sensitive information that was about Teddy's operation, the Sandinistas with the Nicaraguans and all that stuff with all the CIA business. He had access to all of that. And Teddy didn't even give his own people that kind of access. So, I mean, I think what we really learned, which is probably the most important thing, is that in this episode that's all about betrayal, the title's even called Betrayal, and it's all about betrayal, and Teddy's telling people don't trust anyone. What we're realizing is Teddy actually really does trust someone. He trusts Gustavo.
Damn right. Damn right. That's right. Now, Nita, before I give it to you, we got to shout out another super chatter, man. I mean, man, y'all making a difference tonight. Let me shout out the good homie, the good sister, Certified Baby. $4.99. I appreciate that $4.99. It's definitely going to help me bring other people on the channel. It helps me with my subscribers when y'all email me with questions about stuff. And it helps me to try to continue to network with good people like Moochie and Nita the Diva and make sure that they're prosperous as well. So I'm very grateful. Keep them coming, man. We're very thankful. You guys help make this show go. Nita, before I get you back on talking about the Mission Impossible crew right here, and Dale, don't be trying to steal my joke now. I don't want to look on your social media. You up here calling 3 black chicks with guns SWV, sisters with violence, and you call white dudes Mission Impossible insurrectionists. Now I got my eyes on you, Dale. Nita, talk about these clowns and the look on his. You know what, Larry? You know what this looked like before I give it to you? This looked like Zemo about to start doing his dance.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, Nita.
So funny. I enjoyed that scene a lot. And what it said to me is maybe Gustavo has already processed and went through that, that phase, that emotional phase. And he's laser focused on, the business again. You know what I'm saying? Because,
right.
A setback, and I feel like, he was in the right, you know what I'm saying? I just think he was in the right mind frame. And yeah, I enjoyed that scene. It was funny. And I'm like, what they about to do? I'm looking at they look like 2 lawyers. Like, I don't know. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Y'all think y'all coming to the gunfight?
They look like insurrectionist lawyers. They in the wrong spot. You mean to tell me these were the 2 toughest dudes you could bring to deal with Gustavo? Oh my God, Lord have mercy, boy, man. Boy. Y'all are nuts, man. Moochie, is your turn now. We coming to you, Mooch, because this scene is one where I gotta say it, fellas. Y'all might be mad at me, but the men been messing up on this show. We already know men are weak for panty draws, but sometimes when we need to be weak for the panty draw, we push our chest out. So I'm coming to you first, Moochie. This is the conversation when Jerome is talking about going to Fatback funeral, because he got to show his respect to the people in the hood, the new crew, and Louie, Cocteau, be more careful, is looking at him like, huh? What?
At this
Set
point,
it
I
off.
wish she would have listened to Louie, because she was like, that is the worst place for us to be. And
Yeah.
he was just worried about keeping these soldiers that he got, because the guy already gave him a threat. I don't know, the guy with the nice body. You know who I'm talking about, y'all.
Oh yeah, you talking about the guy that played what you call it on Power? Yeah.
Well, dude already gave him a warning. Like, if you don't represent, or if you don't look out for us, you know, me and you gonna go at it. So I think that's the only reason why he really went to the funeral. I mean, he went to pay his respects, but that with that guy saying what he said at the barbecue, that made him go.
Okay. Anita, I'm gonna come to you next, but let me show a little respect to my man Ron Mitchell. Big Ron, you've been rocking with this channel for a hot minute. You know I'm grateful. You've seen what I do when y'all help me with super chats. You've seen me bring in fresh faces, helping people. You've seen me email people. You've been on an email thread for stocks. So, brother, I appreciate you chiming in, giving us a super chat. And we think we got a good platform too. It's only a matter of time before Vice come and hire me and Larry. But now, Moochie, excuse me, Nita the Diva, you are a sister who you like to see a man who takes a little counsel from his woman. You know, you don't mind a man who can go Game of Thrones, but then can turn around and be cradled in the bosom of his woman. So when you saw this going on with Rome, what was you thinking?
I just wish he did it. I just wish that men listen to women sometimes. And I really wish that we weren't silenced as much as we are. Because I remember I was talking to my friend, and they were like, you talk like a drug dealer. You talk like you've been in life. And I'm like, well, I've been around them and I've learned a couple of things. But at the same time, I like, this is the second time. Like we're saying, like, well, I'm not saying we're saying, I'm saying that they are making a lot of rookie mistakes. But if you were thinking smart, those rookie mistakes may be avoided. You know what I'm saying? There are other ways to show respect. You know, he already offered all that stuff. He said, I'm gonna do this. I don't have to be present on the scene in order to kind of pay respect. Like let me come early. Let me come before the service. Let me sign the book. Let me visit him. Let me do something. But I don't need to be in the public eye when it's a target on my back. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like that they. Yeah, it's just about the smart decisions, the smart choices, and the way they move and stuff like that. And like I said, it's the beginning of the drug game. Yes, you learn from people as you go on. We're in 2021. So yes, we know from experience what happens, but in the 80s, not so much. You didn't know how people were going to react, but it's at least listen to smart counsel. If things sound right, then maybe you should listen to it.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Franklin made those bad mistakes because he doesn't want to listen to smart counsel. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's what I'm just saying. I just feel like they're making rookie mistakes and all of that.
Okay, Larry, before I give it to you, let me shout out first. Thank you for that sticker. Very appreciative. Somehow or another, this will be given back to the subscribers, to the audience, and up-and-comer YouTubers. Very grateful. Larry, your thoughts on the whole Jerome going to the funeral and Louie deciding she's going to pop up with them after they had this debate. Thoughts on this debate between Louie and Jerome?
I think they both had very valid points. Mm-hmm. And even though Louie was right in the sense that was the worst place for them to be because they were going to be vulnerable and out in the open and easily caught at. Mm-hmm. It was also equally true on Jerome's side that they had to go. They needed to go. They needed to be there and show their respect for those dudes in the projects. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to continue to operate there. And so the thing to me that didn't make sense is when you know that something like that is possible and could happen, you don't send your whole crew. You send representatives. You send Jerome. You maybe you send Leon even or Franklin since he's the head. Maybe you send a couple of them, but you don't send everyone. Like Peaches didn't need to be there. I think that Jerome is part of his anger. We know he's angry because they shot her up, but I think part of his anger is guilt because he pressured her into going, and she didn't need to be there. I mean, if his girl didn't show up to the funeral, those dudes at the projects aren't going to say anything. They're not going to be up there thinking and feeling some sort of way because he showed up. They don't care if his girl showed up, and he wanted her there for emotional support, and he should have been able to stand on his own 2 feet without being bothered with her. And now, now she's shot up. To me, I thought that was just dumb. Like Franklin should have just came out and just said, look, me and Jerome are going to go handle this. Leon, you're still hot in these streets. I mean, because forget about just the people shooting them up. What if the cops just decide they were going to go show up? Well, now they have, now they can go ahead and pick up Leon because Leon's still wanted.
Is he still wanted?
I mean, he moves like he doesn't, but as far as I know, they had that arrest warrant out for him. I never heard anything about them recalling the warrant.
I thought they recalled it when Fatback turned himself in.
Yeah.
Maybe they did.
The streets was still looking for him, but the police were not.
Yeah, the streets looking for him. And sometimes the streets can be worse than the police if you want to keep this thing 100% real. Ain't no judge, jury going on when the streets come for you.
It's an execution.
Right. All right.
I just think that it was a bad move that they shouldn't have all have been there. They probably should have just sent 2 of them. I mean, the reality of it is Leon and Jerome are the ones that are down there at the projects working. They're the ones that are showing up there. They're the ones that are running that place. They're the only ones that needed to be there. Franklin didn't need to be there, and Louie didn't need to be there. Franklin, what he should have done, he should have sent over a nice bouquet or something, or a nice wreath or something, and then he should have financially taken care of that family. He should have set some money aside and just because he has the businesses, he has everything he needs. He should have just said, look, we took, I don't know, $250,000 or something, and we put it in a trust for his family, and it's going to be there, and they'll pay out, they'll pay out a certain amount of money every month or something like that to get it going.
Go ahead, Moochie.
I think that was already established when Fatback turned himself in that they was going to take care of him. So I don't think that deal is off the table. And as far as them taking care of them, he already told them that. Franklin's not going to go anywhere without Peaches. So they was going there.
Well, let me say this, Mooch. If they told him, because I think I remember you're right. They said they were going to set him up so he'd be set with his family. So if they
giving him money, and they was going to give him money every month and stuff like that.
Right. So let's just say that they were going to set him up with say $250,000 for going to jail. They should double that. Whatever they were going to give him before, they should double that and give it to his family because dude's dead.
Okay, and Jerome already paid for the funeral.
Well, I mean, the funeral is a couple $1,000 maybe. That's nothing.
I'm just saying. I'm just throwing what I'm just putting that on the table, letting you know what was already negotiated. When he went there to talk to them at the barbecue, he told them he was going to take care of the funeral.
Yeah, if you want extra, then and you want to stay out the spotlight, then you offer extra. Maybe you have to offer extra. If you don't want me to show up to your funeral, then maybe I'll throw in this, or maybe I'll throw in that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, kind of like a,
They shouldn't have been there.
Yeah. They
shouldn't have been there. The only people that should have been there was Jerome and Leon. That should have been it.
Leon
I
Ash
don't
shouldn't have
even
been
think
there
Leon
either.
should have been.
No.
Especially
I hear what you're saying, but
with the J5.
no, he needed to be there. No, he should have been there.
The only two that should have showed up should have been Jerome and Peaches. Well, no, you can't take the muscle away from Franklin, so he need one of the two muscles. So if anybody was going to go, the only one that should have showed up should have been Jerome, and should have left.
No, because Jerome. No, Jerome is helping them run. Jerome is helping Leon run the projects, but it's Leon that's actually running the projects. So Leon has to go. He cannot not go. He had to go.
He ain't had to go.
Dangerous. He had to go.
He ain't had to go. His life is on.
There was no
his life is on the line.
One.
His life is on the line. Well, if he's going to go, he should have put on a disguise and cut off his hair.
He should have had his hair torn, rolled back,
or something.
in like 9 braids. So that funeral.
Why they didn't go with that?
I don't know.
Like, why did he go there looking like himself?
Because that's how those young dudes did.
Yeah, but that's not smart, Larry. I mean, it don't matter how you try to word. It's not smart when you know it's a bounty on you to show up at the funeral.
I'm glad that Franklin went, because if Tanosse wouldn't have went with them, things wouldn't have panned out.
Moochie, you ain't had your track shoes on all night long. Now you don't put on your Reebok. Yes, you did. No, we're not there yet. We ain't there yet.
He was there though. Y'all didn't mention her.
No.
It was you.
Oh, it was me.
Look, I only got one sneaker on. I'm running trying to put the other one on.
You hopping around on one leg like you in the Special Olympics. That's what you doing.
Larry already got 3 laps.
Oh God, here we go. All right, Moochie, we coming to you. Moochie,
you got me.
Lord help. So this was a scene when Franklin's just, he's reeling. And I thought that this might have been the scene when he was going to figure out Tanosse was a tattletale, because I always tell people, when someone look you in the eye and they're baiting you into thinking you can trust them by saying shit like, well, you can tell me, or you can trust me. Don't you ever trust them. Don't trust that person. Don't trust them. And this is what she's doing right here. Moochie, talk about it.
Look, I was already pissed off when she was greasing his scalp last week. I told y'all the old saying that the old people tell you, you don't let nobody mess in your head because they know your thoughts. I'm just saying. But
does that work for men? So
but listen, I told my son that because he had locks and he was playing ball in college, and I said, "Don't let all these girls mess in your head."
Oh my God! Oh my God!
I did tell him that when he was in school.
And
he was just like, "Oh, Mom, Anyway,
Larry, go for it, man. Go for it. Go for it.
I got a lot. I forgot what we're talking about now.
I don't
talking about greasing scalps and locks and whatnot.
I was pissed off with that, for real. But when she said the trust me part, I was hoping he would catch on. I really was.
Just say trust me. That is a red flag.
All day.
No,
all day.
Never. Everybody, don't say trust me. It doesn't.
So, Larry, we basically talking about Tattletale Tanosse ingratiating herself to Franklin, saying, I know you're going through a lot, but I'm your ride or die. You can trust me.
Yeah, well, we know that's not true. And, we knew, Franklin's not dumb. He's not dumb. He was caught up for a little bit with this chick thinking that she was the real deal. But when she called Manboy Drew, he was fully hip to it. Because she made it seem like, oh, I just have some friends that used to work down at the club and they know Manboy, so I can probably get some information from them. But when she used Drew's name, his government name,
Larry, you got your track shoes on again, my man.
I thought that's the part we were talking about.
No, man, we ain't there yet. Let me slide to the picture you talking about. You all in the hospital. This is when she called him Drew right here. Lord have mercy. Boy, y'all are them Reeboks, man. No, but finish your thought, Larry. Go ahead and finish.
I was just thinking it was in that moment that that he realized, this is not just somebody who you get, who you're getting information about from a third party. You know him more intimately than that, because you're using the dude's government name instead of, if he was just some person that you knew through somebody else, you would only know his street name. You wouldn't even know to call him Drew, but she used it twice, and he even said it back to her at one point, said, "Oh, Drew, huh? Blah, blah, blah." And she didn't catch on to it. And I think at the other part too is that this was already after Reed had spoken to him, and Reed was telling him don't trust anybody. I think when he put that little bug in his ear, I think Franklin was just on a higher alert. Reed had said don't trust anybody.
Larry, you got on your track shoes again, man.
No, I'm just sort of talking about the things leading up to his feelings, because he had been betrayed by his own dad. Reed's telling him don't trust anybody, and now he's already feeling like I need to be on extra high alert. So when this chick dropped the name Drew instead of Manboy, I think he was like, "Oh, okay, I know what's up now."
No, you gotta remember they all went to school together. Remember, I told y'all that last week.
You did say that.
They went to school together. So remember, in the beginning, Franklin was like, "I don't know no Manboy. That's Drew. Drew so and so."
Right.
So he knew him from school.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to go ahead, but Larry already took us there, and we all been jumping the gun tonight.
Might as well jump the ship, Moochie. Put that other sneaker on.
Put the other shoe on. So look, when he came here, that's when Teddy already put the bug in his ear about don't trust anyone.
No, this is after. Teddy came after that. This is when, because this scene right here is when Teddy met up with Old Boy, and after he met up with Old Boy, then he goes and meets Franklin. And so the scene that you're talking about was down here when Franklin comes back from meeting Teddy. See,
look, I blame Larry for this.
No, but I mean, since we knee deep in this conversation, we might as well just jump on around. So everybody knows that you can't trust this chick right here, all right? And as
I
Larry
didn't trust her from the beginning, y'all. I told y'all she was dirty.
Ain't nobody on this panel ever trusted Tanosse. Not by the way.
I remember in the beginning, I thought she was a cop. She was working with the feds.
You did, and it turned come to find out she wasn't.
As the story unraveled, comes to find out. Then I remember she in the first season she was with the lady that owned the bar that Louie was working with, and they all went to school together.
Right, exactly. So here's the next scene, and ladies and gentlemen, let's kind of pick up the pace here. So I'm going to ask y'all to keep your responses to under 45 seconds. Really, I'm talking to Larry, but for the most part, everybody under 45 seconds. So Larry, you first.
Larry, put that timer on.
You first, Larry. This is when, and this is going to make Nita mad. This is when all the men came and told all the women, there's only one, get your asses out of here. This is a man's discussion. We are the government. We from the White House. Larry, run with this one.
Yeah, this is this was really what they were saying, let the men folk talk. And I think this is one of those moments when she was probably really pissed off about this, but it should have also been an awakening to let her know just how much danger she was in. Because when you have federal, US attorneys showing up and people from the Pentagon showing up, you're in danger.
Got that
They're paying you a visit out of respect to try and get you to stop doing what you're doing this way. But if this way doesn't get you to stop, they'll go the other route.
Damn right. Moochie.
Now, with this, when they said they was from the Pentagon, and all of this, I said, okay, they're about to shut her down. Because now you already put in Teddy's life in danger.
Mm-hmm.
And they was like, we can't have you putting our officer life in danger. So we're gonna have to shut you down with this story.
Mm-hmm. On you, Nita.
Go ahead.
With me, I feel like as a woman, I know that we are going to get those pressures on us because it's a man's world. We're in a patriarchy, whatever. So what I'm thinking is that I think she needs to retreat because she has no protection. Ain't nobody gonna protect you, baby. So all of the signs and look, what is this thing? Like, you remember she was talking to her ex-husband and she was saying, I want to spend one more night in my house. Bitch, bye. That's what you I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go. As it comes to the mind, just go with it. This is what Nita's talking about when the ex-husband, the baby daddy, comes and get her box of things, and she was like, I want to stay one night in my house. I was sitting here saying to myself, I'm like, bitch, you just wrote your death wish. Why you got to stay one more night in your house? For what? If you sending your valuables out with your husband, I mean your baby daddy, and then you didn't even this whole season, she been trying to sleep with the baby daddy. He been saying no. So this one night he wants to stay by her side. She's like, nah, do your thing. Come on, man. Irene. Was it the alcohol talking? What was it, Irene? Was it?
No.
God, Lord have mercy.
You know, there was one thing I wanted to mention about this that I forgot. They were talking about when the editor was saying he didn't want to be responsible for outing the identity of a CIA agent, an active CIA agent. You know, I think that's one of the reasons why they probably brought the lawyers in, because they probably want to remind them that it is a federal crime to out the name, to make public the name of active CIA agents. So not only would you be putting him and all of his assets at risk, you're also risking your own freedom. You know?
Yeah. And what Larry's saying is absolutely true, but it's not just the CIA, it's any federal asset. That can be FBI, CIA, all of them. If they're in an active investigation, that's one of the areas that is somewhat protected from the press. Yeah. Somewhat. You still have whistleblowers. I mean, we know that Edward Snowden and all that. We know you still have whistleblowers that go seek asylum somewhere. So maybe that's what her ass need to do, Larry. Go and blow the whistle, then seek asylum in Russia. But ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna move on because I don't want to keep y'all here too late. So here's the next chaotic scene, and Lord, this is pure T chaos. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the funeral where a whole lot of folks should not have showed up. What happens from this funeral? Jerome see his baby coming, Louie, and he lit up like a Christmas tree on Christmas Eve. He was happy to see his baby. Then here we go with SWV, Sisters with Violence, getting their guns together right there by that casket urn area that me and Larry pointed out last night. They do the little drive-by and they shoot up the homie Louie. Moochie, I know you got a lot to say about this, and I can see the bandana falling down on your eyeballs. Tell us about this scene.
Yo, I love the way she did this scene. She played her heart out with this. When you heard her scream, and she wasn't the only one that was hit there too.
No, it was some people that died.
That little girl.
Yeah, the little girl died. Looked like she was dead. Yeah. Wow.
And I knew, we all kind of knew it was gonna happen. Just because of the preview they did. It was just how they was gonna do it. Now, at first I thought it was gonna happen in front of the club. when they was talking about that. But then when I seen this, I said, "Oh man, they gonna do a drive-by at the funeral." Remember, I called it.
You
the other
did.
night.
You did.
That's another
You
one I
did.
called.
You did.
Anywho, I love the way this scene was played.
Mm-hmm.
But why Rome filling her up?
No, man. Larry, come on, man.
You know,
Look where his hands at.
God,
he
look.
is bleeding.
Where
He
his
is
hands
applying
at?
pressure to that wound.
Now,
She was shot in the stomach. Why he got his hands all on her titty?
Hey, we don't know. We don't know where she was shot at. She was shot
They
upper
showed it before
torso.
she started to expand out. They showed the bullet wound was right in the side of her stomach.
I didn't see nothing. I saw a whole lot of bullets. That's all I saw, and I saw a lot of blood. But
You
before I
didn't
give it to
actually
you,
see her get hit.
before I give it to Larry, I just want to say this. Louie, and I'm glad Moochie mentioned it because I would have forgot. Louie played her ass off in this scene. Now, I was a little concerned about Jerome's. I didn't feel his intensity as much as I felt Louie, if that makes any sense. Louie stole the show. Like when Louie started crying and screaming, I felt pain. I felt real pain. She embodied that scene. I give it to you, Larry.
Yeah, man. It was. I'll tell you, when I was watching this scene, I know I was probably thinking some stuff that other people weren't thinking, but my first thought was, one, those two chicks need to go and get another job. They need to go back on the pole. Like what they were saying, Khadijah was saying that, or Tanosse said these two chicks, they used to be strippers and now they're just straight hustlers. They need to go back on the pole because first of all, they didn't went and kill the wrong kid and brought him up there trying to get some bounty on a kid that had nothing to do with it. He was probably just some random nice dude that was hanging out at the burger shop or something and got killed up by these two crazy broads. And now they didn't dumped his body and didn't know who knows what with it. And now they're going to show up to a funeral and shoot it up. And the dude they're trying to shoot is right in front of them, and they hit everybody except him. You know?
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
they need to get out. They need to retire from that life. They're not good at it. You know?
And meanwhile, chick is worried about her curls.
Right.
They are not good at their job. So they need to go do something else. But yes, Louie did a fantastic job in this scene. You know, I mean, I wasn't really with you. I felt Romy's emotions come through. I felt like he was angry and wanted to do some stuff. You know, I look at that. I still don't know why he's groping her. Look at that. The bullet. See all the blood right below. Look right where his watch is. That's where the shot. That's where the bullet wound is. And instead of putting pressure on, he's copping one last feel. I'm telling you, man, come on. Come on,
Nita, please take this story, please. Calgon, take me away.
Wow, are you talking about, Larry?
You didn't see that? You didn't see it? Look at it. Where is he applying pressure? He's up there just copping a straight feel. He should have his hand down there. In fact, he should have her laid prone, and he should be using both hands to apply pressure.
Man, you act like the guy has a CPR certification or something, man.
Peaches should know. Peaches was in the military. Everybody that's in the military goes through basic first aid training, and that's basic first aid training for a bullet wound, is to apply pressure.
How long ago has it been? How long ago has it been since Peach has been in the military?
I really want to the benefit of the doubt, and then you say that.
Go and left there. That's all I'm gonna say.
One last feel.
Look at him.
He's applying pressure to the wound. I'm gonna go with that.
It didn't look like it because the wound was someplace. Look at that.
What you think,
the wound is down there. That's the wound is right below his watch, and his hand is all up there on her titty. Why is he not applying pressure?
For all we know, he might have his hand on where the wound is at, and that's blood that's dripping downward.
Holding her.
I've never seen it. I'll tell you what. I put myself through undergrad working as an EMT, and I've never seen anybody apply pressure like that.
Look, you're not gonna bother my Jerome.
I used to work on an ambulance, and I've never applied pressure like that.
He's not applying pressure. He is trying to.
Well, I mean, Larry, you wouldn't because you're a professional. This guy ain't no professional. He don't know what to do. I'm an EMT too. That's how I got through respiratory school, working on an ambulance. And
See,
as a
so we both
professional,
know. So you
as a
both, we both
professional,
know.
I would never apply pressure like that. But Jerome ain't no professional. But I'm moving on, man.
All
'Cause
right, next subject.
I ain't gonna be in here all night fooling around with y'all.
Look, you got
Blank.
baby duties coming.
Yep, I got baby duties, man. Now here we go. Here we go. Getting to the good part. Well, I ain't gonna. The whole thing was good, so I'm gonna just say, your boy meets up with Teddy. Teddy basically puts the fear of God in him and says, "Look, bro, you don't need to trust nobody." And he says, "Nobody. He's gonna handle this shit with Irene. You need to handle this shit with Alton." He said he's gonna do it. Then the very next scene, my people, he shows back up right here, and at this moment is when I think Franklin 100% realized. 100% realized Tanosse was a tattletale. And in this moment, he staged a plan to get her ass. Larry, you first on this one. Break this whole scene down.
Yeah, he knew right there. I think it was the way that she used his government name, you know? Mm-hmm. And I know some of y'all saying, oh, well, they went to school together and whatnot, but she didn't present that she knew Manboy like that. She presented it as, oh, I have some girlfriends that used to work at the club that know him, and I can get information through them. And then when she started using his name in a real familiar sense, he realized, oh, okay, this hoe is lying. She's been playing me. And so that's when he was like, yo, Peaches, get the car, you know? So now I don't know what she had to do. I don't know if she got a ride from somebody or if she took the bus or something, but they obviously beat her home, you know?
Sure did. Yeah, well, I think he said mention to her walk home. So Nita, I'm gonna give it to you now. How did you feel about this scene right here when Franklin's eyes was completely woke?
Thank God.
Oh my goodness.
That's all. She had the whole one, the half. She had a green and black suit on. It was Two-Face. Look at that. Two-Face.
Good word.
That bit, we already knew she was flawed. She was flawed as fuck. And like she's given so many clues, we already knew. I didn't know why Franklin didn't pick up on it. But at the same time, that WAP, that's what it do. So she wrote it for what she could get it for. Mm-hmm. That's what we at with it. But I'm glad that he woke up. Like, but it was the conversation with Teddy said, "Don't trust nobody," and I felt like he was even talking about himself. He was talking about, "Don't trust me. Don't trust nobody. You can't trust nobody."
Yeah.
You know what?
You know what, Nita? You know what I wish they would have done with Tanasse's character is I wish they would have already let us know that she was dirty, because we all knew it in our gut. We just needed confirmation. But I wish they would have told us she was dirty and let us know why. And then maybe we could have empathized with her a little bit, and it would have made that relationship a little bit more difficult for us to deal with. Because the way they set it up, it was sort of like we all knew she was dirty, so we all didn't like her. And now at the very end of it, you know, when they have Manboy come in and talk to her, it's like, you know, they let us know that he has her brother, or is maybe her brother works for him or something, but she's worried about her brother's safety because Manboy may hurt him. But because we've already learned to hate her for like the last, 4 or 5 episodes, we don't care.
Who is her?
Remember Franklin asked about her brother in a couple episodes ago. I don't know if it was last episode or the episode before, but he asked about her brother, and she was like, "Oh, he's fine."
Yeah, he did. It was last episode.
Her brother. Have we ever seen her brother?
No.
I don't think so.
No, we haven't seen the brother at all.
Is he special? Like have disabilities? Is he autistic? Is he
locked up?
Life? Is he like another gang? Or like I'm trying to figure out what it is. Like, what is it?
We don't know. They haven't told us anything, which is the reason why I wish they would have actually let us know why she was doing what she was doing, so that maybe we can empathize or sympathize her a little bit. But right now we have no idea, so we just don't care.
Well, we might find out in these last 2 episodes, possibly.
She messed up when Manboy put pressure on her, that's when she messed up.
Okay.
He was all right until that point. When he got desperate, that's when she messed up. Because he put pressure on her. And that's when she mentioned him. When she mentioned him as just give him the plug and tell him that he'll help you.
He picked up on that shit like ASAP.
Right away.
It was just like, oh, and then Teddy was like, don't trust nobody, you know.
Nita, you got a trust issue, huh? Because you've been saying that more than anybody on this panel. Don't trust nobody. If somebody say you can trust me, don't trust them. You know. Wow, Nita, I'm hoping we can help fix your trust complex.
I know.
There are some people you have to give them a shred of trust, a shred of a modicum of trust, and then you learn to trust them through their behavior lining up with what the hell they say. Oh wow! And boy, I'm not even gonna touch that. I'm not even gonna touch that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I'm gonna move on to the next clip, which was gratifying for most of the people watching because they hate Irene. Teddy and Gustavo drug up Irene. And I'm just thinking here, like, what the hell did you think? I mean, you know what? At this moment, I don't even feel sorry for her because that's your dumbass decision for talking about, I need to spend one more night in my house. No, lady, no. You done been threatened by Franklin, and everything Franklin said about the government taking care of their own came right to your office. And instead of going with your baby daddy, you sent the box with that. You sent the box with the baby daddy. So now the question is, Moochie, what are they going to do with this woman? Because they didn't kill her. They just basically they drugged her, told her this was a warning, and then they bounced. What's going to happen?
Exactly. She got a warning, and I bet you she woke up and she got some brown stains in her drawers.
Ooh.
Man, Moochie.
I'm
I want to hear you guys talk nothing else about me.
If
she don't got no brown stains, I know she peed up in.
Moochie took us to the locker room.
Oh my God. My Lord. Larry, you next, brother. You next, Larry. Talk about this. And don't mention nothing about no brown stains, no chitlins, no nothing.
Goodness. I mean, I thought that was a cold ass line Teddy said when he said, tonight you're just gonna go to sleep. He said, but next time you won't wake up. And
it was this line. It was this one right here. He told her, tomorrow you wake up, next time you don't.
Yeah, and I was like, man, that was a cold line. I was like, woo. But you know, that's one of those things I mean, it's a double-edged sword. It could work in your favor where you scare somebody off, but it's one of those things where some people who are very, very, just determined and single-minded will get upset and pissed off, and they'll be like, cool, all right, I'm willing to take that risk. I'm willing to take it because I already knew who you were. Now you just verified to me how dangerous you are. So I'm willing to take that risk for the story. I mean, let's be real. She already said this is what I gave everything up for. When she talked to her husband, I gave up my marriage. I gave up my relationship with my kids. This is what I gave everything up for. You think someone who gave up her all of that is going to be scared off at the last minute for, because you put her to sleep? She's going to be like, nah, I'm going to go all the way through, even if it cost me everything.
Okay. Nita, you get last word on this chick. How is she going to... Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me see what we got going on. Because sometimes y'all be missing. Oh, Infinite Science. What's up, Infinite Science? I appreciate you. Little something for Nita's trust issues. Bruh, you think you're going to win her over with $5? Do you know that one of the curls in her head don't even cost $5? You might have to step that super chat up, bro. $5 ain't.
That's a start. That's a down payment. That's a down payment on the trust.
Man, it ain't nothing on her face that's $5.
I think because Nita's so expensive, you're gonna have to make you have to make monthly payments to figure it out. You can't just
Okay. So Nita, you trying to tell us that the lip gloss you wearing is under $5?
No.
You trying to tell us that the earrings you wearing You trying to tell us
You
that
know
the
she
earrings you wearing is under $5?
No.
You trying to tell us that the eye shade on your eyes is under $5?
No.
And that.
Look, and
Okay.
she got her nails done. No.
I won't even go talk about that. So I'm just saying.
Go ahead, flash them, Nita.
Oh God.
Where your nails, boo?
Nita, say what you got to say about this
Oh
scene,
my
man.
goodness.
God almighty.
But this scene, it was coming. We already knew, and the fact that that they were actually able to try to draw it out. I was like, when they came, I thought they was gonna kill her.
Mm-hmm.
Because the person in real life didn't die at that point, and they just did what they did when they did it. Watch the documentaries, and you can try to do, you can try to figure out what's going to happen, but they are going to try to do what is that? What's that called?
Dramatize. They're going to dramatize the story.
No, not dramatize it. They're going to try to. What's the thing? Opposite. They're not going to do what happened. They're going to do
Recreate it.
Recreate it. No, they're going to try to do the opposite of what happened for the
Reconstruct it.
For the entertainment purposes.
Deconstruct it.
Just trying. I feel like they're just going to try to
revamp.
What Nita is trying to say is, ladies and gentlemen, for entertainment purposes, they're going to dramatize the real story based on what happened. Because
there you go.
If I'm not mistaken, they gender bent
I was just going to say that too.
Yeah,
they already gender bent it, so now they're gonna over dramatize the whole thing.
Right.
So the CIA agent, I think that they do that for her.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay. I'm with you because in all honesty, what I would like to know is why Teddy ain't just kill her. He let her live for a reason. I mean, Teddy's cold and calculated. Why did he not kill her?
I think he didn't kill her because if he killed her, it basically verifies or validates everything that the story said. If she put out this big scathing story that's making national headlines, and then all of a sudden the reporter that did the piece pops up dead, it just validates everything that's in there. So I think the best thing to do is to get them to not publish the second piece and let it just let all of the hype that was there sort of just start to die out and fizzle off when other things come into the people's, just come and make news. But if they kill her off, that becomes the story now.
That is the story.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Moot.
They're not going to publish the second piece, but this is not the last of her.
Of course not.
No,
that's what I'm saying. Of course not.
She's going to fade away for a little bit, especially because she got scared with getting shot up, with getting knocked out. But this is not the last that we're going to hear of her.
Nope.
And shout out to Infinite Science. He wanted to remind us that he actually sent 2 $5 super chats. So, he was working out. He was working it out.
Oh, my brother Infinite Science. Well, you can't afford something on Nita. You can't afford something over there on Nita face. My bad. I thought you only sent $5. My brother, appreciate it. You give me the opportunity to build channel, network with other YouTubers, and network with my subscribers. Ladies and gentlemen, after all the long delay, after everybody putting on their Reebok track shoeing it all over the place, shoehorning, riding horses, getting in front of themselves, we are to the climax, the last clip, the last part of this review we're doing. And here's a clip of how things went down. I'm glad they got her Tattletale-Ass.
Oh, Khadijah long enough to make it seem real.
How soon?
First, I want the rest of my money. And your promise my brother gonna be okay.
I promise. Hey, T. How long you been playing me?
So, oh Lord, it's so good. Moochie disappeared. Damn. It's so good. Moochie disappeared. Oh my goodness. So, okay, we'll go to you first, Nita. So
But I'm back.
Okay.
I'm going to me, and what I wanted to say is that when I was watching it in real time, I thought that there was going to be like a plastic bag put over her head, like the whole thing. Like when it played out, she laid back in the thing. I was like, it was going to be a plastic bag. I was like, oh my God. I paused it. I was like, oh my God, I'm not ready. But at the same time, I said, Franklin can use her. And I said, if we didn't get that that plastic bag over her or a thing around her neck, he was going to use her. He's not going to say, aha, I got you, and shoot her. I felt like he was like, I got your whole plan, and I'm going to fucking turn it on your head. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, I have to use you to get a man a leg up on Manboy. You know, so that's what I thought. And I was just like, oh, if he shoot her, that would just be fucked up because he don't have nothing to stand on. Like at this point, we're sitting here and he is drowning. Tanosse is his lifeline. That's his lifeline. That's the only way that he's gonna make it. My friend was like, oh, I can't believe you saying all that. Are you a drug dealer? Are you this? Are you that? How do you think? What are you talking about? Like, yes, you gotta. That would be a double loss. I mean, she infiltrated your spot, and then you caught her, and then you still say you kill her. That doesn't make any sense at all. You have to use her. You know the whole game plan. Use her, and that's what it is.
Okay, I'm with that. So, ladies and gentlemen, did y'all think I was not going to get the clip with the church shoes and the cane?
Yes, no.
Here you go. It's like 1, 2, 3. We got a Lou 12U. We got Constance talking about the damn church shoes. We even got somebody in the comments saying they hate me for the church shoes. Did y'all really think I was not going to get the shot?
I was hoping you was going to get the church shoes.
Of course, I got the church shoes. Moochie, you get next dibs on this one. But before we go, let me show you this too, because this was important. Franklin wanted Leon to keep Jerome there. And Jerome was like, basically, it was easy to just knock Leon down. Hell no, I'm going to get revenge for my baby. And this is important because Tanosse was on the phone with Manboy, warning him that Jerome is ready to come before she got her ass caught up. Moochie, it's yours all right now.
Okay, where we going? Are we starting with the church shoes, or are we starting
you can start wherever you want to, because we see light at the end of the tunnel.
Because we didn't even go to the hospital scene with Leon and Louie.
Yeah, we went there earlier when y'all got all ahead of everything.
I know, but I wasn't feeling how we didn't focus on that because we went ahead, and I apologize.
No, it's all good.
I'm the culprit of that. But anywho, when I saw the church shoes, at first I thought when she was walking to the seat, when she turned around, I thought she was going to see them. I said, but he got to be there. Then when I saw the cane and the church shoes, I was like, I gave a church clap. I gave it, you know how you got the, I saw the church shoes, I had the church clap. I was clapping. Look, Look, I'm in here at nighttime clapping loud. And I don't care who here. Yo!
Look at this. This is a great comment. D-Ray picked that lock too. Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, you know he picked that lock. That's for damn sure he picked that lock.
I just want to know how fast they was driving back to get to that place.
Faster, Moochie, faster than she could walk. I can tell you that. They were going a lot faster than she could
He
walk.
heard that whole conversation.
I'll tell you what, with D-Ray's lock picking skills, he might need to go holler at Professor Megram.
Hey man, see, Larry, you only get 20 seconds, then we out of here, man.
Put a key lock, y'all. You know that's how we do. Put a key lock.
But you know what? Y'all can pick on Professor Megram all you want to. She's
Put
coming
a key
back.
lock.
She's coming back, and Professor Plagiarism is dead.
Put
So
a
y'all
key
can,
lock.
no, if y'all start throwing up lock and keys, I'm leaving right now.
No, you're not gonna leave.
I'm leaving.
Well, you're not gonna leave this room right now.
There are some little eyes that I gave to someone who's looking at me right now, ready to be rocked to sleep, smiling at me. Now get on out of here. Go on back in there with your mama now. Get on out of here. Get on out of here. All right, Larry, it's on you, brother.
I was a little surprised. I wasn't surprised. I knew this was going to happen, but I was kind of hoping that what we would see is sort of like that dark, like where it is. I was hoping that all we were going to do is just see like a flash of like a gun, and then her just gets just hunched over or something, or we get to see the splatter. So I was hoping he would just take her out.
Absolutely not.
I don't want her to die. I want him to know. I want her to know. I want Franklin to know how much she knows.
No, I understand that, but what I would have liked to have seen.
You heard how she was moving. So there's no, absolutely not using her for, like, because her motivation is money and protection. So you know that. You know it's money and protection.
She said she was worried about her brother.
So you know that you can double up and you can do whatever you gotta do.
Like if utilize her at this point. He has to utilize her at this point.
Yeah, that would be a dumb move. Listen
I was
to the
hoping that
and not for nothing.
Did they not tell
she's hoping she gave him some booty.
I was hoping they would do her like they did. I was hoping they would do her like they did Fatback. I was hoping that they were just going to take her out and dump her on Manboy's in front of Manboy's barbershop.
I bet you did.
Well, do anybody? My opinion was when I saw this, I already knew something was about to happen. It's just I didn't want her to die.
I didn't see that shoe.
I saw the shoe. I saw the cane and the shoe, but they panned on her so long. They was panning on her so long. I was like, what is about to happen to this chick? I know y'all ain't about to let her get stabbed or get shot sitting in a chair. So when he pulled up and said, how long you been doing? How long you been playing me? I got full gratification because you know why? Now he get to use her. I mean, I can already see where the story is going. This is going to be how he gets out of everything. He's going to use her to set up Manboy, probably pretend like he's going to meet up with the plug. Then when Manboy get there, they're going to get destroyed by him and Teddy. And Franklin might still have enough feelings for this chick that he might pay her off, give her some money, and take care of her brother. Because I think her brother has some kind of disability or something.
Who is her brother? I don't even know who she's trying to protect. Like, who is her brother? Maybe her brother.
It may not be important who her brother is. It's just the fact that he's her brother.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
That don't work for me. Well,
it doesn't work for a lot of people. I think that's the reason why I was saying before they should have let us know that she was dirty and why she was doing it. So maybe we could have had some sympathy for her and cared. But as it is, we didn't, because they didn't let us get to know her enough.
I don't got no sympathy for her.
Look, I think that if they play their cards right, in the next 2 episodes, you can have sympathy for her. If
I don't got no sympathy for
wait,
her.
if they pull, let me tell you how society has taught us to feel apathy and sympathy for people. You don't talk about people's religion, you stay away from that. You don't talk about people's mama, you stay away from that. And if somebody got someone in the family with special needs, I don't give a damn how wrong they are. You're supposed to cut them some slack. And if this chick has some kind of special needs brother that's costing her $10,000, $15,000 a month to take care of, and the reason why she had to treat Franklin that way was because she had to get taken care of his family. Y'all might feel for her, especially if she coerces and goes along with Franklin's plan to take out Scully, Manboy, and Khadijah. Y'all might can feel for that chick at the end of all that.
Nah, somebody just said, I don't know, it's Trey Volution. He said that her brother's in jail and he needs protection.
Oh, damn.
I don't feel sorry for him.
Damn.
He gonna be washing somebody's drawers in there.
Oh my Lord, have mercy.
I feel like you can always feel for somebody protection.
I'm out of control tonight.
When you're talking about somebody in jail, not in jail, that's a crapshoot.
But y'all women out of control on this channel. Y'all always talking about this Larry. It's y'all women out of control. Y'all women is just out of pure T control. Moochie talking about guts and shit and washing pantyhose in jail. The Moochie, boy, what is in your cup, Moochie, tonight?
What's in my cup? 1800 mango tequila.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was a great time. It was a great time entertaining y'all for damn near 2 hours. 2 hours. We'll be back tomorrow night to do Falcon Winter Soldier. I hope all 249 of y'all show up. Probably only half of y'all will, but we'll be breaking that review down with some of our guests as well. We'll make that just as entertaining. Me and Larry might get up and do the Zemo dance. Because it's real easy to do. You just act like you got something in your hand. It's real easy to do. The Zemo dance is easy, so y'all might get some of that tomorrow night.
That's a little bitty for DMVers.
Oh, okay. That's right. She's right. She's right. So, ladies and gentlemen, be sure to subscribe to all our channels. Thank you so much for coming out, checking us out tonight. We'll be back tomorrow. Nita's got videos coming. Moochie's getting her channel together. Y'all already know how to hit Larry. Till that next sexy as hell video. We'll see you tomorrow.
Peace.
Peace.